Hey, what is going on, guys? I promised an auction preview video over on Modern Men last Monday. Unfortunately, because of fun weather things I had to take care of, that did not happen. So I figured why not go ahead and lump an auction preview video with what I had a chance to read last week with what I had a chance to not read this week and make it all one big long live stream and see what happens. So I guess one programming note, if you guys are watching this on Wednesday, the 17th of February, 2021, I should have a Last Ronin issue 2 review out, but unfortunately, because of snow, it did not ship on time. So once I get a copy, I will make a review for Last Ronin issue 2, but unfortunately, because of the weather, I have not had a chance to get a copy in hand and read it yet. So I guess there's that to look forward to, but yeah, sorry about that. But I will tell you guys what I did read last week real quick, because we got a lot to cover, a lot of pickups to show. So I figured, since we can't have Last Ronin issue 2, we'll talk about Turtles 114, because this book's still been a lot of fun. Now, I did want to address some criticism of this cover. I know I was watching Two Brothers, Dustin, last week, and he didn't necessarily like the Kevin Eastman version of this cover, and I get it completely. Something about that Razor does just look a little bit bland. I feel like it could have did a better job with Razor. I do really enjoy Toka back there, though, but yeah, the cover could be better, but I still enjoy it. But the book is actually, it's still the most quality book on the stands, in my opinion. There's a lot going on in this title. You got two versions of Lita now, the future version with the Time Scepter. The past version is just a little albino turtle little girl. You have Toka and Razor wreaking havoc across New York like they did in Secret of the Ooze in the movie. And yeah, probably the most interesting thing about this book, though, is Jennika, actually. So Jennika's kind of been lost in the shuffle because there's so many story plot points going on. That Jennika has actually been by far written the most interesting she has been since her character's been turned into a turtle, basically. So Aaron's been happy that she's part of the team, but isn't really until Lita showed up and told Jennika, "You're gonna kill Karai and it's gonna ruin everything." That's immediately when the character became quite a bit more interesting in the last issue. And there's just a lot going on with Jennika being more aggressive, because you got to remember in issue 94, 95, when they killed off Jennika and she was becoming a turtle, and the reason they gave her the turtle blood is because Karai dealt that death blow. So that's one thing you kind of forget reading all these turtle books, that Karai is kind of responsible for Jennika being a turtle. And now you got those two kind of feuding again with each other. So really, that's, in my opinion, the most interesting storyline going on here. So I highly recommend this. Just hop in. You'll enjoy it if you like turtles. Of course, I got this cover by last week. Amazing Spider-Man 55. Second print. Actually, I got to say, I've seen the third printing. Of course, we saw the first printing. It's blown up. But I think out of all the covers of this version of the Pat Gleason cover, I definitely prefer the red and black Wolfpack colors the best. So I'm probably not going to go hunt the first print. I'm not going to pre-order the third print. I'm definitely happy with just the second print on this one. I think that looks pretty awesome. Next up, we got Justice League Future State, issue number 2. Once again, the Future State stuff, it's like the best case scenario is that it's decent, and at least this book was half decent. I enjoyed the Justice League part of it. You did get them fighting the White Martians from the Grant Morrison run. And of course, how do they do that? They finally get to know each other, because the first issue is all about them not wanting to get to know each other. So, of course, they exploit that weakness, and then now they have to make that a strength. Unfortunately, there's still the Justice League Dark portion of this book you have to buy for the $5.99 price tag. So yeah, they need to fix that over at DC. Here we got Jennika 2 issue 4, which I guess it's just going to keep going. Like there's more issues than this. The good news is, though, we now have Jody Nishijima. Nishijima is on the art. And Jody is a much better artist than Brom Revel. Sorry, Brom Revel, but I definitely prefer the art style in this, and it automatically made the book 20 times better. So if you guys hopped off about issue 2, issue 3, you may go check out issue 4, because this is by far a lot better than any of the other Jennika miniseries stuff I've read. So that wasn't too bad. His Teen Titans Future State pass. Just this goes in the bin with the Flash Future State. You can just avoid both of those. I'm telling you now. People are speculating on Red X or Rid X or whatever X. Good. Just get your book and sell it. You don't need to read it. It's not a great read. So that gets a pass, a thumbs down from me. You got Future State Green Lantern issue 2. Not too bad, but still, in my opinion, not as strong as the first issue, where you had also the Guy Gardner and Jessica Cruz storylines. In this one, you actually do get Hal at the very end, and he interacts with the Green Lantern that's from Future Sight and also Justice League Future State. So if you want to see the interaction between those two, finally, that's kind of neat. And then the other story right in the middle is Teen Lantern and Mogo have to kind of carry each other along once the Green Lantern light goes out in the universe. So that was kind of interesting. I just don't know if it was $6.99 interesting. So yeah, I was kind of at least happy that we didn't have to revisit the Guy Gardner, the Jessica Cruz storyline, because I thought those had really good cutoff points. So yeah, I was kind of happy with this book overall. Just wish it would have been $4.99 instead of stupid $6.99 with the awesome extra cover, which at least this gives a little bit better binding, obviously, because the $5.99 ones, they seem to be wavy and cheaper paper and that stuff. And I've heard that from a lot of people, and I've noticed it on some of my books as well. So some people say it's worth the extra $1 if you want to take care of your book. It's a Future State book, so it may be $1 soon. Just saying. We got Ruben Guzman in the chat. What's going on, Ruben? Nice to see somebody in the chat tonight. I got 2 more books here. I read both of these, but they just didn't do too much for me, I'll be honest. I went ahead and checked that Deep Beyond. I thought it was a cool Stefan Sejic cover. Mirka Andolfo worked on this book, but she was actually the writer instead of the artist. So it's kind of cool to see Mirka Andolfo in a kind of a different role, even though she's been delving more in the writing and the art in some of her own books. This one, she's purely just doing the writing duty. So if you're looking for Mirka Andolfo art, you may find it in a cover or a back panel, but you're not going to find it in the whole book. So story, it was pretty average. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the Scott Snyder The Wake, except I kind of like that story a little better. But yeah, it might be worth checking out if you like stories about just mysteries of the deep sea and that stuff like that. And here's another one, purely a cover by, but I did open up the book, and to be honest, I'm not even really sure what I read, but it was Maria Yovet Luna. Just a really cool Jenny Frison cover on that. But like I said, I did attempt to give it a read, and it was one of those weird ones. The art was not that great. The cover is far superior, I gotta say. But yeah, at the very least, cool Jenny Frison cover for the Frison collectors. All right, so that's pretty much what I got a chance to read last week. So here's my pickups from today. And like I said, unfortunately, they did not have Last Ronin in stock today. They pretty much told me it might come in tomorrow and I could go and get my copy then. But I did grab 2 more Future State books, which I have yet to read. One of them is Shazam #2, and then the other one is Immortal Wonder Woman, which I wasn't a big fan of the first issue of this, but like I said, I'm sure the Jen Bartel art on the inside is going to be worth the price of admission, as you can see there. Jen Bartel, probably the best. Well, I don't know, there's Joel Jones too. It probably goes Joel Jones, Jen Bartel, and then the rest of the artists in Future State. Maybe Mike Perkins in third place with Swamp Thing. But yeah, there's been a lot of just, let's say, average art in the Future State books. But in terms of top, I would say Joel, Jen Bartel, Mike Perkins. See those 3, you can get the book, at least for the art. And I did have a couple surprise pickups. So these 2 books really softened the blow for me not being able to get my copy of Last Ronin. I was shocked that he had the prices on these books he did. He said he literally put them on the shelf 15 minutes prior to me walking in. So yeah, I ended up paying $15 for this first book. It's Amazing Spider-Man 298. So first Todd McFarlane on Spider-Man, start of that big Venom story arc. And of course, newsstand. Yeah, pretty cool bonus on the newsstand copy. The biggest problem with this copy is in the next copy. They are definitely cream color and not that nice solid white. Even though on camera right now it doesn't look half bad, but if you kind of compare it to the board behind it, you'll definitely see what I'm talking about there. But yeah, at the very least, though, I'm happy to finally have this book in the collection. I got just a whole short box of just, this era Amazing Spider-Man, and I was missing a lot of the McFarlane stuff. And of course, having to start with this issue, that's awesome. But I'm very shocked that this, not only did I get this next issue, but I got it actually cheaper than my $15 price tag. So for $8, I ended up getting Amazing Spider-Man 301. Of course, newsstand. Another newsstand on that one. And then you can really tell on this copy, it's definitely cream color and not that nice bright white. But hey, this thing, because it emulates the 300 cover, everyone's paying the premium for this book now. It just keeps going up. So I'm glad to get this in the collection finally and not have to, completely destroy my wallet doing so. But very happy to get this in the collection. I was kind of hoping he had a $2.99 and a $300 hidden somewhere, but those did not surface. Maybe he cut a deal with somebody else on them, or who knows. But yeah, at least I got two really cool books for my trip today because it's been snowing. The parking was terrible. I actually had to park away because the other spots were not only were they not clean, you couldn't get your car in and out of them. So, and then of course at this rate, I keep getting auctions off of eBay for turtle books. So I ended up getting this first lot, which I can't remember what I paid for it off the top of my head, but it was one hell of a deal. Let's put it that way. I definitely didn't break near 3 figures on this first lot, and I got one book that is selling for 3 figures basically, so that was pretty cool. I think this one's issue Turtles 34, 35. It's like my third or fourth copy. I still need to read this one because I think it was Gore Vidal highly recommended this copy, but I have like 3 or 4 copies of this now. I'm probably gonna throw most of those copies in the auction coming up this Saturday. But yeah, Richard Corbin art on the interior as well. But yeah, I keep getting told really good things about this issue, and it keeps ending up in my collection over and over again. Got another copy of issue number 9. I may hang on to this one for now because I think the only copy of this is a signed copy I got from one of the Cowa bundles off Kevin Eastman's website. So I got that. And then I needed this copy. This is TMNT issue number 20. The Return to New York story arc. So a lot of these like later teens, early 20s issues of the Mirage stuff I did not have. So that's another reason I definitely wanted to get this lot. This is issue number 17. So that is another one checked off of the list. We got issue 14. It's the Unmentionables, which is kind of funny because I literally just sat down last night and watched my new Blu-ray copy of the Untouchables, which I've never seen that movie. So I guess there's the turtle version of that. It's a wraparound cover as well, so you can see the rest of the turtle cast on the back. And in these 2 books, I was really wanting, like, I would have just paid for these 2 books, but hey, I'll always take more turtles, obviously. Here is the second printing of issue number 3, which I believe a wraparound cover is on that as well. So this one, like I said, all the multiple printings for like issues 1 through 4 are just getting jacked up right now. And even this one is included in that for whatever reason. It's not quite up to the other like issues 1, 2, and 4, because 4 has that amazing cover on it, and 2 is the first cover appearance of April O'Neil. So this one kind of just falls in the middle of all of that. But I think people are kind of noticing, like, hey, why not 3? So this one's starting to creep up there just a little bit, not like maybe $20-ish or so. But I almost actually bought this for $15 about 2 weeks ago, but I just didn't want to pull the trigger on it. Luckily, I didn't. So now I have a copy from this bundle. And the main reason I would have probably just paid for this book alone for the price I got the bundle for. I finally got myself a 4th printing of issue number 1. So I had the 5th printing last episode. Now I got the 4th printing. Now maybe, hopefully, I can get some momentum going and get into the 3rd printing and the real big dogs, basically, until, the one you won't be able to afford. So, yeah, very happy to have that in the collection. So I've been looking for that for a minute before it truly sits at that triple figure mark and refuses to come back down. So people are getting nuts for the turtle stuff. And then the other lot I managed to get, I think I paid like $6 a book maybe for this stuff. It's not too bad. There's a decent amount of doubles. Actually, there's some doubles that are in this set that I got from this set I just showed. But there was one book. Once again, it's kind of like you may as well get this lot, maybe passed on to the book someone who actually wants it, and then you can kind of just keep the ones for yourself that you need for your run fillers. Because kind of getting to that point with Turtles where the run fillers, you can't find them for like $5 or less. So I got a Donatello fight manual. I think I have the Raphael one. So now I'm slowly collecting these as well. Now I have the Donatello. Once again, another issue 17. Now I got to see which one's the better copy, and I guess pass on the other one. An issue 16, so I did need a copy of this, so this will be staying in the collection. This one's a double for me, issue number 22. Issue 18, so I did need that one, so another one off the list. I can't remember which issue this is, but I know I already have it because it's sitting right over there in that stack for $5 that I'm going to be auctioning off. Hey, this book looked familiar. It might be my 5th copy at this point. So Richard Corbin's Turtles cover there. So I'll just actually put that with the other one right now. If anyone's looking for this book, let me know. I'll give you a few copies if you want it. Issue 30, I got like 4. I think this might be my 4th copy of issue 30 as well. Yep, it's sitting right there looking at me for $5. Needed this one for sure. Issue 19, Return to New York, book 1, which I really actually do need to read this Return to New York storyline because I read City at War. I talked about it last week. Really enjoyed that, but I think this is kind of like the first big story you need to read even before that. So actually, I probably need to restart with issue 1 and work my way forward because I seem to be reading things in reverse in the Land of Turtles at some point, or for some point. There's issue number 20 again, so book 2. And then it actually did come with book 3 as well, so I think I have a good chunk of this Return to New York storyline now with that. Once again, issue 23, another double. I think this one I did need, issue number 24. This is the Tales issue 7, so I have plenty of copies of this. So I'll probably just be moving this for like $3 or something in the claim sale on Saturday. And then once again, not quite worth the entire value of what I paid for the lot, but pretty dang close based on what this book's been going for. And it's a double for me. That's why I was kind of hesitant to get this lot, but I was just like, I'd be kind of goofy not to. And that's the second printing of issue 7. Once again, I got this book about 3 weeks back, I think. Absolutely love it. One of those ones that just people love the cover. Don't think it's technically Krang. Obviously, his first appearance was in Adventures miniseries 1, but people see this cover and see Krang on the cover. So yeah, it's kind of like that whole Joker Jock cover, I guess, all over. It's just an Altom, but apparently, Altom equals Krang basically. So people love this Krang cover, so it's getting into those upper double digits, like 60, 70, $80 based on condition. And obviously, and yeah, I've seen a couple copies go for triple digits. So it's creeping up there. So definitely wasn't going to say no to like a second copy for like $10 or less. All right. So that brings us to the preview portion of what we're going to be selling on the Comic Core this Saturday around 12 p.m. Eastern. Me, Drew Manchu, and hopefully the Great Legend Show can make it. I know, being a Texan, he's having some power issues right now. So the three of us are going to try to get together and sell comics basically for as long as we can stomach it, or I guess as long as YouTube will allow us to on Saturday. We all got Saturday off. And I have an entire table, like an entire 6-foot table of just stuff I do not need in my collection. I don't have room for this stuff anymore, so it's got to go. So I left it over there. I might preview that a second time. It's my $1, $3, $5, and $10 claims. So I think we're going to do like a little bit of a claim sale block as part of the auction. So we'll have like $1 round, $3, $5. I think I even have a $2 section that we could do that. So we'll probably you've seen claim sales before, like Discovery Bay Comics. I think John's Comics with Kids just did one this past weekend. So we'll probably have a very similar format. But obviously there's a few books we probably just want to straight up auction. So I might just propose like we do an hour for claims, and then maybe like 1 to 2 o'clock we'll turn it into an auction, and then maybe we'll convert back into a claim sale based on our inventory, obviously. All right. So I guess just the preview of what my auction items will be, because obviously claim stuff, it's mostly just going to be run filler type stuff. There's probably a few minor keys in there. But I'll just show you some of the bundles and other things I got paired up. See if you guys like it. But this will be on the Comic Core, 12 p.m. Eastern this upcoming Saturday. So these are Catwoman J. Scott Campbell covers. I bought these, I bought the whole lot off J. Scott Campbell. And what I failed to realize when I bought these is there's those big old 100-page giants. I was just kind of so hypnotized by the cool covers that I just got them all. But once I got them in a bundle, it took up a lot of real estate. So I think I'm just going to do these as a buy now for $30 a piece, which is pretty much what I paid for them. So if anyone's looking for the J. Scott Campbell stuff, yeah, it'll be for sale. What's up? We got Tyler Smallman in chat. What's going on, Tyler? Nice to see Tyler in the chat. How you doing, man? So we got the Catwomans there. Let's see what else we got. It's got this big box. I'm not going to present these in any type of order. So I'll be selling a second printing of Ultimate Fallout number 4, reprint of the first appearance of Miles Morales. It does have a small spine split going along the back. I think I was going to start this about $40 as a part of an auction. If for whatever reason it doesn't sell, I might just do a claim on it or something. We'll see. Either way, I want to sell this book on Saturday. So I said it's starting out at $40. We also have Secret Wars number 8, one of the first appearances, or I guess the origin appearance of the black costume. I was just going to start this around $50 and see what happened. Actually, I might just do a claim sell on that. If it doesn't sell for that, I may just go ahead and just auction it for what I paid for it. So we'll see what happens with this book. I have a graded copy at an 8.5, and I was like, do I really need another copy of this? So I figured why not just go ahead and pass it on to somebody. Now, the defects you can probably see just me holding up on the camera. It's in desperate need of a press. Yeah, it definitely needs a pressing, I would say, is its biggest opportunity. Other than that, there's just a little bit of wear and tear right there. The top's not too bad, just a little bit, but actually in terms of spine ticks and stuff, that is not too bad at all. There's a couple down the side, but it definitely presents pretty well with a press, in my opinion. So that'll be for sale. Got a nice, I'm just going to call this a reader copy of Uncanny X-Men 134. First appearance of the Dark Phoenix. I was going to try to start this off at $20 and see what happens. But yeah, first Dark Phoenix, great book. Let's see what else we got in this box here. We'll just work our way down. Of course, we got this goofy book I keep telling everybody to not overpay for. I figured why not go ahead and sell one of my copies of X-Men number 4, First Omega Red. So that'll be part of the claim sale. I'm cashing out on Venom, guys. I'm just not a big Venom fan. So I'm going to pretty much all my Venom inventory's going. So I have a Lethal Protector. I'll be auctioning off as well. I have these GameStop exclusive variants for the Darth Vader and the Star Wars stuff that came out in 2015 when all the stuff hit. So I'll be selling the GameStop exclusive Darth Vader number 1. I believe this is the Kieran Gillen first run 2015 Marvel. And then this was the Jason Aaron, John Cassaday run for Star Wars with a Greg Horn variant cover. And I should have said Greg Horn also did this cover as well. So both GameStop variants. So these will be for sale on Saturday. Also got this New York Comic Con 2007 variant. Just a cool Simone Bianchi Wolverine number 50. He does the interiors as well. We'll be selling that. I got to have a special shout out to John's Comics with Kids. What is going on, man? Nice to see John. I just referenced you earlier. We're probably going to do a similar claim sale to what you did last weekend. So nice to see John in the chat. We got Gore Vidal. What's going on, man? I was talking about him earlier, too. He says, good day. It's funny you have 5 TMNT core books. I haven't read it. I'm guilty of that, too, regarding Future State. Any books, the $5 to $6, better than average. Absolutely. I think that's its biggest problem is they're trying to sell these books at a nice premium, but they don't have a premium quality story in them. So, yeah. I think you know what? I'll say it now. I can't read Last Run 2 tonight, so I'm going to read that Corbin book right after I get off of here. I promise you. Pinky, swear, fingers crossed, all that fun stuff. I'm going to read that book once I'm done here. So, yeah, that'll be for sale. I got a little bit of buzz for this book on my Instagram. But we'll see who bites on the claim sale, I suppose. We got a Naomi special convention variant. I'm not sure where this lays in the world of multiple printings for Naomi, but it is a not for resale copy of Naomi #1. So I think I'm definitely going to start this as an auction just to see what happens. So we'll have Naomi #1 there. I don't even know. Okay, this says Venom Inc. Omega. So I got this in a goofy mystery box. Like I said, I'm cashing out on Venom. Really cool Delato cover. Never been read. I don't even think it's ever been opened. So that'll be up for sale. I am selling a decent quality copy. It does have a little bit of wear and tear on the side there. Thank you, camera, for not focusing on that, I guess. Oh, boy, I guess. Well, anyway, I'll try to get some pictures of it up at some point, but it's going to be Uncanny X-Men issue 137. Like I said, definitely a better grade than the 134. So that'll be up for sale. And then, oh yeah, this was just a throw-in for this other book. So I'm giving you guys a $1 copy of issue 31. I think this is like Jessica Cruz gets the power ring. But what I'm selling along with that is Green Lantern issue #20. Not only is this a phenomenal series finale, basically, should have been the series finale to the Jeff Johns run of Green Lantern. But I guess it's the cameo / first appearance of Jessica Cruz. In my opinion, just a great read. But people are picking up this book for the Jessica Cruz appearance. And this was like a 1 and yeah, it says 1 in 25 is my note on it. So not too many of these 1 in 25s out there. I think I searched for it on eBay just as a reference. And there weren't a ton of listings for this book. So if you guys have been looking for this, be there Saturday, I suppose. Here's another crazy one I've been deciding to give away. Actually, here are a couple of my bigger lots, in my opinion. Like I said, those were kind of my individual issues. I do have some bigger lots. So we'll see. I might just throw this in as a buy it now during the auction. If someone wants to bite on it, great. If no one does, I may just convert it into an auction. But I got my whole Donny Cates Venom run that I collected. So there's issue 1. And I think the other issue I had, let's see. It goes up until 13. So Venom's issue 1 through 13. Issue #3 is in there. I think the first Dylan Brock, whatever issue that is, it's incorporated in there. So it's a straight run. Venom issue 1 through 13. I'll be selling that. Like I said, I'm cashing out on Venom. I just decided, I'm not a big Venom guy. Or, I kind of liked it when it was Flash Thompson for a minute. Donny Cates run was solid, but I just don't need it in my collection. And then I will be selling Vengeance, the entire miniseries. And I will say this, the miniseries, the condition on the issues 2 through 6, not too great. I would classify them as modern reader copies. They're not junked like, older comics, but if you want, they're probably below 9.2 basically. And issue 1, it's not the most perfect copy in the world, but it's definitely not bad at all. So you get the first America Chavez. So yeah, if you guys have been looking for this as an entire miniseries set, it'll be for sale once again. And call me crazy, I'm selling some Turtles Adventures because I don't need too many. So yeah, this book has been blowing up big time lately. I'll be selling this TMNT Adventures issue #1. No gimmicks like Canadian pricing or newsstand, but it's the first Bebop Rocksteady Krang, so people are going nuts for it. So I'm throwing in an issue 1, and you're also getting an issue #1 of the regular ongoing series as well. And throw in a couple other ones, so you get issue #3 of the ongoing. Just love that cover right there. And then an issue #4 from the ongoing series as well. Oh, yeah, and then issue 12 because I had an extra. So, yeah, not only do you get that awesome issue #1 and the other issue #1 that's getting coattailed along with it because it's reminiscent of this issue. So, yeah, I'll be putting these up for sale. And then shout out to my Canadian buddy / first subscriber ever, Fish Tropic. What is going on, Fish Tropic? I know he loves that Canadian pricing. All right, we got this book. People love this thing too. Teen Titans issue #12. First Batman who's used too much, I guess. But I already have this book in my collection. Don't need a second copy. Speaking of not needing second copies, I am also tagging along the second printing of that same book in the same lot. So yeah, if you guys are still trying to get those Batman Who Laughs appearances, those will be available. We got Howler Mouse. What is going on, man? Nice to see Howler in the chat tonight. I was just been talking turtles. You know me, I always talk turtles, man. I got to talk turtles all the time. Just a random bundle here. Got All-Star Captain America #1. You got that Falcon appearance in there. Also got his first appearance as Captain America in Cap issue #25. And then I threw in some other goodies. Actually, this is probably the other big goodie in there. I didn't realize this one was kind of heating up that much. But the first appearance of Winter Soldier, issue #6, will be in this bundle. And then I had an extra copy of it. I'm also throwing in issue #5, which is the same storyline. So, yeah, there's that too. So, pretty solid cap lot. Be available at auction. And I might show a few more here. Like I said, there's so many books in here I need to flip. I mean, this is gonna be a long auction. Speaking of Miles Morales earlier, we got Ultimate Comics Spider-Man #1. I think it's actually 1 through 4. Yeah, so I decided to throw in issue #2, issue #3, and then issue #4. Sorry, I'm trying not to break up the bundles here. Let's see. Yep, issue #4. Oh, and then I throw in an issue #10 as well. So those first run Miles Morales books. We got a question in the chat I need to get to for Howler. He says, any booster gold for Howler Mouse? I heard there's an upcoming team up with TMNT. Now, see, Howler, he's looking for that Gold Beetle first appearance. He wants that. I don't remember what book it was because it was like, I think it was Black Adam, but it wasn't Black Adam's book. So, yeah. Anyway, joke's ruined. I do want to say hi to the big dog, Uncle Roman. Roman Curtis, what's going on, man? Yeah, Roman, I was definitely thinking, like, man, I haven't talked to Roman for a while. Hopefully he'll be at the auction because I think we got a few things you're going to like, Roman. But, yeah, definitely one of the best YouTube auction guys there is. Everybody's uncle, Roman Curtis. Happy to see him in the chat for sure. Not only am I cashing out on my Donny Cates Venom, I got a couple multiple printings for the Venom stuff, or not Venom, his Thanos run. So there's the Thanos annual. I think I got, Thanos Legacies in there. Of course, these are all like $5 books. Second printing for issue #18. I do believe, I got at least a first printing on issue 17. Like I said, I don't know what all these are worth anymore. I decided I don't need them. Issue #16, first print. And then, unfortunately, I don't think I was ever sold a 15, so I have a 14 that's like a fourth printing, which I don't know if this is the final printing, if that matters. And then same thing, fourth printing on issue #13. So fun read. Definitely enjoyed it. But since I have so many like multiple printings, I'm not really a multiple printing collector guy unless it's something like Turtles, which I showed earlier in my multiple printings. I don't really need that type of stuff. So I'm getting rid of that. Just have some various Green Lantern first and key appearances here. So I got issue #195, I believe, which is this. I think this, the Guy Gardner becomes the Green Lantern finally. After all that, John Stewart takes the back seat, or maybe I got that all backwards. I can't remember right this second. It feels like it should be Guy Gardner based on the Crisis timing. Throwing in a first Kilowog newsstand version. One of my favorite books. I keep having good luck finding this one. Throwing in a couple of the Emerald Twilight style stuff. So you can't have Emerald Twilight, in my opinion, without having this issue 46, Reign of the Superman, where Mongol, him and Hal fight because he blew up Coast City with Cyborg Superman. So this one is definitely essential to the Emerald Twilight stuff. Got in issue 48. I had extra, so you got to have that. Unfortunately, I didn't have that Tom Brady cover. If I did, that's like one of my favorite, probably my favorite Green Lantern cover of all time is that one. So I probably would hang on to that one anyway. Got an issue 51, where Kyle takes over as Green Lantern, obviously. Then I have a couple copies of this Blackest Night Zero. One is just your standard free comic book day version. Solid book to have, of course. And then I have the not for resale convention variant as well, along with that. And because I have too many copies, I'm throwing in a reader copy of a Bronze Age Green Lantern 75. So I figured why not top that off with that. Oh, Howlermouth says he's never ran across First Kill Log. Really, man? I think this is like my second or third copy. But yeah, some people sleep on that for some reason. It's definitely a great book to have, for sure. If you can find it, go ahead and grab it. And then I have like a short run of Redneck. Now I'm getting to some of the bundles that may be available. Have Rednecks issue 1 through 4. Special thing about this issue 1, this is the Image Blind Box Virgin variant, which I tried to look this thing up online in terms of pricing and stuff. Let me know if you find anything, because I couldn't. So these Image Blind Box variants you're kind of blind to them online. So maybe your opportunity if you're collecting, Donny Cates #1s. This is one of the rare ones, in my opinion. Oh, we got Real Comic Book Talk. What is going on, man? Those guys are some of the best. Definitely check out Real Comic Book Talk. Oh man, I still need to get back into those guys' content. I haven't seen it for a minute. I think the last one I watched was their Godzilla versus Kong trailer watch, and we had to debate who was going to win in the match. I'm still trying to figure out. Catryn Figures from Comic Core keeps trying to tell me Godzilla has this thing in the bag, but I know they're booking King Kong like the baby face in this thing. So I'm thinking they're going to lean more towards Kong in this, but who knows? It's probably going to be a cluster of a movie, but it'll still be fun. We got Gore Vidal saying, Howlermouse, been rereading Legion of Superheroes Great Darkness Saga and the JLA Dark Side story drawn by George Perez, which came out years earlier, going on 40 years still. I still need to read that Great Darkness Saga too, Gore. I actually have the hardcover printing of that I still need to dive into for Paul Levitz and all that. I can't remember if I actually had Paul Levitz sign that. It's one of those hardcovers. I don't even know how I got it, just having the collection, but I just never got a chance to really sit down and read the thing. I got some various sensational She-Hulks, including the first issue. I just have way too much She-Hulk. So I decided, it's taking up too much room in my bins, and I know people are going banana for this stuff right now. So I'm throwing that in, as well as sensational. I do have a nice run filler lot of Savage She-Hulk as well that will be available for auction. We're going to have a bunch of current Fantastic Four issue 1s, including this 1 in 10 variant. If you're like the Great Legend and need a bunch of Fantastic Four #1s, this lot will be for you for sure. We're going to have Tales of Suspense, and I think, I classified this as a reader copy because it does have some cover separation is starting, but it's the first appearance of MODOK, and I'm going to start this thing dirt cheap because, like I said, I don't want to sell this book at a high price because I don't like the quality of it. So I'm just going to sell it as a reader copy price, basically. And I'm throwing in Tales of Suspense 88 as well, just because it's right next to it in the bin. And if the person does want it, this book is just trash. But, when it comes to the 12 centers, you're not going to throw a 12 center away. So if whoever wins this lot wants it, it's in. If they want me to just discard it, I'll just give it to somebody else for free, I guess. But it's Tales of Astonish 97. As you can tell, this is a potato of a copy. So, yeah, obviously not good. But, hey, we're just going to throw it in all together because the Silver Age Marvel stuff, I don't have a ton of luck collecting, so I'm just going to pass it on. So maybe someone has a chance to get a nice first MODOK at least. So there's that. Let's see what else we got here. Another guy I'm getting out of is Ghost Rider. I'm just not a big Ghost Rider guy. So I'm going to sell this one. You got the first Danny Ketch era Ghost Rider in there. This, in my opinion, one of the best Ghost Rider covers, issue number 21. Cool Joe Quesada cover on that one. Just some nice Clayton Crane covers for Ghost Rider number 1. Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance number 1. The other Clayton Crane Ghost Rider number 1, which I'm going to include a fun reader, whatever you want to do with it, copy of the same comic. It has this annoying sticker that's on there, so if anyone needs a book to experiment getting a sticker off of, like I said, I can throw this in the lot, or if you just want me to leave it, I understand. And just a couple other randos. I pretty much just pulled out every Ghost Rider book I own. It's going in this lot because, like I said, not a big Ghost Rider guy, but I know people for some reason want this Danny Ketch book now, and they can catch it, the savings on it, I suppose. So let's see. People are talking about King Kong now. Howler, oh yeah, Real Comic Doc says King Kong for the win. Howler loves the Legion, and Fish Tropic says Kong gonna kick Zilla to space. We'll have to have that Mecha Godzilla, though. That's where it looks like it's going. And like I said, I'll wrap things up here. I'll see if there's anything else really cool in this. Buying out of Venom once again. I just have like the annuals and the one-shots as a lot together for the Kate's Venom. So we'll be throwing that in. I might just see if the same person who bids or wins the other Venom lot just wants those. I got Fatale issues 1 through 4. So cool Ed Brubaker read there, starting at issue 1. The Fade Out is in here as well. Robert Kirkman's Oblivion Song. I think I got issues 1 through 8 in here. You not only get the Image first, you get a first printing as well with that. So I don't know why I put the Image first on the front side of that. But yeah, if you guys are looking for just a couple story arcs, we're going to have some. I'm selling my whole run of Infidel. Really cool art in this book. I highly recommend it. I might switch to a trade or a hardcover on that one, actually. I do have some Infinite Crisis. I guess this was like my first Jaime Reyes bundle. So I got an issue 3 there with the Perez cover. I also have the Jim Lee cover for that. And then issue number 5, I have the George Perez cover. I'm just throwing in this other book I didn't need, Dark Crisis or Dark Multiverse Infinite Crisis. Actually, a fun little read. The great concept of things doesn't mean anything. But if you like Infinite Crisis and you like Elseworlds what if style storytelling, those Dark Multiverse reads are actually kind of fun. Here's another fun one I probably should have put deeper in the lineup. We got Masters of the Universe #1 from Star Comics. Cool little newsstand copy of that. I would say out of these Masters of the Universe covers or comics, this is definitely the best condition one. I do have lesser condition copies of the DC #1, which I think is maybe a little bit more sought after, so that's in the same bundle as well. And then you actually get it's got a chip on the very top and some bending on the bottom. Definitely not a great copy, but hey, it's getting thrown in there anyway. And issue #2, like I said, as you can see, it does have several imperfections, but hey, we'll start it cheap, see what happens, because I know people are going crazy for, He-Man now. And I was just born right after the He-Man craze, unfortunately. So, yeah, that's probably why I like Turtles so much, because I missed out on all that. We got Real Comic Talk saying, did I get the second issue last run? No, my store didn't get it shipped in time because of the snow and the weather. So hopefully they will get it in tomorrow, and I can get it read then. That's why this was originally supposed to be me editing my last run and 2 review, but I definitely don't have that to review. So, yeah, that's what's going on there. Spider-Geddon. Just getting rid of all the Spider-Geddon books I have because I don't need them. Got the Amazing Spider-Man issue #1. I think that's, first Silk before she was Silk, basically, and just some other random throw-in Spider-Man books. I think I actually have the issue #1. That's right, for the current run with Nick Spencer stuff. So I get that cover and then this variant cover as well, which is very plain, I guess. So that's just getting thrown in there. So that'll be up for sale. Now I need to retake that so that it stays. And I think the last thing I'll show you guys is I have a bunch of, I didn't realize I had this many Roger Rabbit books. I don't know why I bought, so I think I just got them like at a really good deal. So I ended up getting a bunch of Roger Rabbit books. So if you guys are looking for run filler for Roger Rabbit, the comic series from whoever printed this, it doesn't even say on the cover, I think it's just Disney Comics. We got a ton of Roger Rabbits. So yeah, I'm just going to put this in one big lot and we're going to see what happens. So these aren't books I see every day. So there you go. I think that should be enough for the preview for now. Like I said, this is just scratching the surface on what is on that table. That's just the stuff I kind of sorted out for the auction portion. And if there's anything you guys are looking for, maybe put it in the comments here. Hit me up on Instagram. If there's something you guys want and I'm not attached to it that much, because like I said, I'm kind of switching the way I'm collecting. If you guys hadn't noticed, like I'm more getting into just, turtle stuff basically. I'm just collecting what I just really enjoy and have a lot of fun with, rather than keeping multiple copies and multiple printings and that stuff like that. So, and I'm still trying to finish a couple other runs, like Amazing Spider-Man, of course, getting this book today for dirt cheap, and this one on top of my turtle lots. That's what I'm having fun collecting right now. So I don't necessarily need Ghost Rider and Venom and all these other doubles. So unfortunately, 90% of this stuff is doubles. That's how many doubles I have. So like I said, if there's something you guys are looking for, hit me up. You never know. Like I said, there might be, especially if it's like run building stuff. You don't need these big keys or stuff surrounded by big keys. I know, like I was talking to Comics Addiction. He's like, hey, you have this? Like, I can dig it out. So now I got some stuff on hold for him already. So yeah, you never know. So if nothing else, especially if it's like 1990 on forward, yeah, let me know. I might have it. But I think with that, I'm going to let you guys go. So big thanks to everybody for hopping in the chat here. Greatly appreciate everybody's time and all that stuff. But until then, I will see you this Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern on the Comic Core for our big auction. I guess Drew's calling it a nice liquidation sale. Before I log off of here, I do have to say hi to Gene, Paul Ace, Peter, aka GPAP. Long time no see, man. How you doing, GPAP? I hope you're doing well. Unfortunately, you have to catch the rest of this on the rewind because I do have to go. My phone has actually been ringing quite a bit this time. So hopefully I'll see a lot of you guys Saturday, maybe even Friday for the Comic Core Friday Insanity, whatever we're calling that show nowadays. But until next time, guys, stay safe, be careful out there, and take care.